It started with silence. No warning. No explosion. No announcement. Just silence. At 9:41 a.m. Eastern Time, every car engine in New York City stalled at once. Jets vanished from radar. Elevators stopped mid-floor. Phones went black. Not dead, blank. Streetlights flashed red, then white, then nothing. The city paused. Then the sky split. Above Central Park, a dark shape formed, massive, silent, and without reflection. It hovered, casting no shadow, but the light around it bent like heat. People stared, mouths open, frozen as gravity seemed to pulse in their chests. 3 minutes later, it happened again in Chicago. Then Houston. Then Los Angeles. By 10 a.m., 23 American cities had identical objects in the sky. The military scrambled jets, what few that could still launch, but they stalled mid-air, engines coughing out like snuffed candles. Troops mobilized, but guns jammed. Comms died. The president was evacuated, but Air Force One circled in silence until it crash-landed in a Nebraska cornfield. Survivors reported no fire, no smoke, just a flash of white light and then nothing. Then came the tone. A single, low-frequency hum vibrated from every object. Windows shook. Dogs howled. People clutched their heads, ears bleeding. Anyone wearing earbuds collapsed instantly. Brain scans taken later showed patterns, not injuries, but rewriting. Memory loops. Geometric thought structures. Not damage. Installation. At 11:11 a.m., the first column descended in Washington, D.C. It was shaped like an obsidian spike, 30 stories tall, smooth and seamless. It pierced the earth with no impact tremor, no crater. It simply inserted itself into the planet like a needle into flesh. More followed. One in Times Square. One in the middle of I-5 in California. One in the fields outside Des Moines. All identical. All humming. Then came the voice. Not spoken. Not heard. Asterisk felt. Asterisk inside the bones. Inside the teeth. You are inefficient. You are recalibrated. People dropped. Thousands. No blood. Just unconscious. Those who woke up had glowing eyes and no language. They moved in sync, walking toward the columns. Volunteers. Silent. Peaceful. Irrevocable. Cities emptied. Panic spread to rural towns. Radio signals became sacred. Shortwave stations cropped up in barns and basements. Pirate broadcasters shared updates, coded in analog Morse, warning people not to look directly at the sky. It wasn't light that hurt them. It was meaning. Psychologists said the alien presence wasn't trying to kill, it was trying to overwrite. Thoughts. Identity. Purpose. Resistance groups formed, built from preppers, hackers, veterans, anyone who remembered how to fight without machines. They moved through forests, deserts, mountain trails. Horses came back. Smoke signals. Paper maps. Human instinct. The resistance learned that each column had a pulse cycle. Roughly every 7 hours, it emitted a flash invisible to the eye, but strong enough to wipe memory from unprotected minds. Some used lead helmets. Others just went underground. They began testing. A small squad attacked the Chicago Spike with a sledgehammer rigged with explosives. When the charge hit, time skipped. Video showed 10 seconds lost. The squad vanished. Their voices came through a broken radio a day later. All they said was, "It's awake." Then static. A week later, children across the Midwest began drawing identical symbols, circles within squares, nested fractals. They claimed they were dreams. One boy in Kansas wrote out a message in an unknown alphabet. It translated, months later, as, "We are not visitors. We are you," corrected. That's when people understood. It wasn't an invasion. It was an upgrade. The end of human variance. The columns weren't weapons. They were nodes. Sync points in a system meant to smooth chaos, eliminate contradiction, purify the signal of consciousness. The rebels found a way in, through noise. Songs with no rhythm. Prayers spoken backward. Paintings so abstract the columns flickered. Error disrupted the sync. Imperfection became resistance. The columns began to hum harder, trying to reassert order. Some collapsed into themselves, glitching out of existence. But others evolved, shifting shape, adapting. The war became thought versus structure. The columns broadcast one final message: harmony requires silence. You will forget yourself. But humanity remembered. Through stories. Through mistakes. Through stubborn love and loud, ugly laughter. The columns could not assimilate unpredictability. And one by one, they cracked. Not with bombs. With noise. The sky never fully cleared. But the humming stopped.